Okay, let's start for today equality of matrices. So first of all, let us understand what are the problems, what are the conditions for equality, and then we are going to discuss about the problems related to it from R.D. Sharma. Okay, so we are going to solve R.D. Sharma for the full. So let A is a matrix. It will be written like Aij, which is M into N matrix, and B is a matrix Bij, that is R into S. So there are three, or majorly if you talk about, there are two conditions to be, two matrices to be equal. So the first condition is the number of, let me write it as M is equal to R. That is, the first M is for the number of rows in A matrix, and B is the number of rows in B matrix. R denotes the number of rows. So if M is equal to R, that means number of rows should be equal. This is the first condition. Coming on to the second condition is the number of columns should be equal. N should equal to S. That is, number of columns should be equal. These are the two conditions. And then if two matrices are equal, what we will get? Then the condition is the number of rows should be equal to number of columns, and the corresponding elements of the two will be equal. When we will do a question, you will get to know it. These are the two conditions. Equality actually means the corresponding elements of both the, when you are having a number of rows and number of columns in the both matrices are equal, that means the number of elements will be equal and their positions will be equal. I hope you are getting it. Positions will be equal in the sense means, if we take an example, then A11 will be equal to B11. Equality means this: A11 will be equal to A11. That means Aij will be equal to Bij for every value where I is same and J is also same, where I and J are same. So we can write the third condition as Aij is equal to Bij for all the values of, and I and J belongs to natural number. You can write it here as I and J belongs to whole numbers. जैसा कुछ नहीं आएगा, क्योंकि जीरो जैसा मैट्रिक्स में कुछ नहीं होता है, या तो फर्स्ट रो होगा या फिर नहीं होगा. दैट डजंट मीन कि इट इज अ जीरो रो. सो वी कैन नॉट. So this is the equality, and now we are going to see the questions from the exercise 5.1 from the R.D. Sharma. From R.D. Sharma we are going to solve. So moving on to the questions. 5.1. So here are some questions related to equality, and then I am going to solve them. So here are the questions for equality. I am erasing this. Pause the video if you want to note it down. Now coming on to the questions. So it is question number 8. The question number 8 is, find X, Y, A and B if 3x plus 4y, 2 x minus 2y, a plus b, 2a minus b minus 1 is equal to a matrix which is given as 2, 2, 2, 2, 4, 5, minus 5, minus 1. So as you can see, the two matrices are equal. The three conditions which you have studied, number of rows should be equal to number of columns. So number of rows are 2. Here also the number of rows are 2. Column, number of columns are 3. Vertical are the columns and horizontal are the rows. So the columns are also 3 in both. So you know the corresponding elements will be equal. That means what is the solution? That 3x plus 4y is equal to 2. 4x plus 3y is equal to this 2. First element is equal to first element, means a11 is equal to b11. Then coming on to the second, so 2 is equal to 2. There is no equation. Then we have an equation, x minus 2y is equal to 4. Again we have two more equations. A plus b is equal to what? 5, the corresponding element. So a plus b is equal to 5. This element is second row. So this will be a21 and this is also a21. And the third and the next equation what we can have is minus 5. So these are 4 equations. As you can see that there are 4 variables and we have 4 equations. So if the number of variables and number of equations is equal, then we can solve it. So coming on to, we will consider first 2 equations. So equation 1 and equation 2. This is equation 3rd and equation 4. Now solving equation 1 and 2. So solving 1 and 2. So for the first one equation, it is what? 3x plus 4y is equal to 2 and x minus 2y is equal to 4. As we can see that there are method like substitution, elimination, cross multiplication. So here I am going to use elimination method. So I need to multiply this with 3 or with 2 to get this eliminated. So I am multiplying it by 2. So as I multiply this equation 2 into 2, so it will give 2x minus 4y is equal to 8. Okay, I hope you're getting it. Now bringing the first equation. So 4y is equal to 2. Adding both the equations. So what you will give? 5x, this will be get cancelled out, is 10. So x is equal to 10 upon 5, which is equal to 2. So I hope everyone can see how to solve it. So the values will be, x has a value of 2. Substitute it in any of the equations, first or second. I am substituting it in second. So x minus 2y is equal to 4. Then as we substitute, x is 2 minus 2y is equal to 4. Taking 4 to this side, so this will be 2 minus 4 is equal to 2y. This will be minus 2. So minus 2 is equal to 2y. Therefore y is equal to minus 2 upon 2, which is equal to 1, which is equal to minus 1. So we have the values of x and y. So we have solved for x and y. Then we need to solve for a and b. I am erasing this as I do not have the proper space. So I am again solving the values for a and b. If you have any problem, you can go for it. You can pause the video then. Okay, so as we have the problem, this is a simpler problem. If we add these two equations, what you will get? B will get cancelled out and we will get A. So this is 3A is equal to 0. 5 plus minus 5 is 0. So A is equal to 0. Substitute it in any of these equations. So substituting in the first equation. So A plus B is equal to 5. A is 0. So B is equal to 5. So we have all the values. X was 2, Y was minus 1. A is 0 and B is 5. I am writing down here. So X was 2, Y is minus 1, A is 0, B is 5. So this is the solution. And this question was from the exercise 5.1 and this is the 8th question for equality. Okay, I am moving on to the, actually this question is 8th question. I am moving on to another question which is 9th question of equality. So I am erasing it out. Moving on to the 9th question of exercise 5.1. I hope you all remember it. So the 9th question is, what it is? 2x minus 3y a minus b, and then it is 3. Here it is 1x plus 4y 3a plus 4b is equal to 1 minus 2 6 3 29 3 and 29. These are all the, this is the question, and the question is find the values of x, y, a and b. So first of all go for check for equality. Yeah, this is also 2 rows, first row, second row, and 2 rows there, 3 columns in both. So yeah, so these two are equal. So if we are going to make them equal, so the corresponding elements will be equal. Corresponding elements मतलब वो एलिमेंट जो यहाँ पे पहली पोजीशन पे लिखा है वो यहाँ पे भी पहली पोजीशन पे लिखा होगा, वो दोनों इक्वल होंगे. सेकंड पोजीशन पे जो यहाँ पे लिखा होगा वो सेकंड पे वहाँ पे भी इक्वल होगा. मतलब जो यहाँ पे जिस पोजीशन पे लिखा है उसका उस पोजीशन पे जो इस वाली मैट्रिक्स में इक्वलिटी होगी वो उस नंबर या उस इक्वेशन के साथ इक्वल करेगा. ओके, so 2x minus 3y is equal to 1. Then we have the equation a minus v is equal to minus 2. 3 1. Okay, so x plus 4y is equal to, x plus 4y is equal to what? 6. And the last one is 3a plus 4b is equal to 29. I would have opted for this question somewhat again, but let me solve it. So we have two equations. We know these two equations means first and third equation will be solved together and second and fourth will be solved together because both have the same variable. So solving 1 and 3. So this is 2x minus 3y is equal to 1 and here it is x plus 4y is equal to 6. If I multiply this by 2, then we can eliminate this. So equation 3 into 2, what it will give? 2x plus 8y is equal to 12. Solve it with this equation. 2x minus 3y is equal to 1. Subtract minus plus and this is minus. Solve it. So what it will be? 8 plus 3? 11y. And what it will be? This is also 11. 12 minus 1 is 11. So y is equal to what? 1. As y is 1, I can solve it again. So substitute it into the equation. Substituting it into the equation. So substituting in equation 1. So this is 2x minus 3y. So 2x minus 3y is equal to 1. Substituting the value of y as 1 here. So this will be 2x minus 3 is equal to 1. 2x is equal to 1 plus 3. X is equal to 4 2, which is equal to 2. I hope it is clear. Now solve the other two equations. We have the value of y is equal to 1, x is equal to 2, and now we need to solve the equation second and for getting the values of a and b. So now we need to solve the equations solving second and fourth equation. So this is a minus b is equal to minus 2, and the last equation is 3a plus 4b is equal to 29. Now we need to solve it. So if we multiply the first equation, means equation number second with what? 3. So what it will be? 3a minus 3b is equal to 3 2 is 6. So this is minus 6. Now let me take this equation as 29. Coming in, how can we solve this? We have to subtract this. So subtracting plus, and this is minus. So what this equation will be? This a will get cancelled out, and what about the b? Minus 3b plus 4b. So this will be b is equal to minus 6 and minus 29. So what it will be? 35, I think. 29 plus 6. So this will be minus 35. I hope this is the answer. Now substitute this minus 35 into equation second. So substituting in second equation. So a minus b is equal to minus 2. So a minus of minus 35 will be plus 35 is equal to minus 2. So a will be equal to minus 2 minus 35. What it will be? Minus 37. I hope you got it correctly. I have solved each and every part on the board. Pause the video if you want to note it down. Okay. I am moving on to the next question. And the next question is 10th question, and for the 10th question I am erasing this part. The 10th question is, this is also based on the equality. Find the values of a, b, c and d for the following equations, and the equations are 2a plus b, a minus 2b, 5c minus d, 4c plus 3d is equal to 4 minus 3, 11 and 24. This is the equation, and this is the NCERT question because it is given in the book. So I'm just recommending this book or any other book. First of all, go for the solution of this book, and then you can go. NCERT is necessary. You should have a solution of it. So a plus b is equal to 4. You should solve the equations very correctly. 4c plus 3d is equal to 24. Okay, so now we have the equations, 4 equations. But we can see that the first 2 equations have the variables a and b, and the last 2 equations have the variables as c and d. So we need to solve a and d equations together, means first 2 equations together and the others. So I am solving, this is 1, this is 2, this is third equation, and this is fourth equation. So solving 1 and 2. So equation number 1 and 2. So the what it will be? This is 2a plus b is equal to 4. A minus 2b is equal to minus 3. Now we need to solve them. So if we multiply first equation with 2, so we will get 2b, and then we will add the both equations, and then they both will get eliminated. So equation 1 into 2, what it will give? 4a plus 2b is equal to 8. Add the both the equations, so this will be 5a minus b plus 2b will get cancelled out, and here it will be 5a is equal to 1. Substituted any of the equations. So as I am substituting, a is equal to, substituting in the equation, I am taking another side, substituting in first equation. So this is 2a plus b is equal to 4. So 2 into 1 is 2 plus b is equal to 4. Taking 2 to that side, so b is 2. Now we need to solve these two equations. So solving equation number 3rd and 4th. So this is 5c minus d is equal to 11. 4c plus 3d is equal to 24. I know if we multiply equation number 3rd with 3, what we will get? 5 3s are 15c minus 3d is equal to 33. Add both the equations, minus 3d and plus 3d will get cancelled out. So this is 4 plus 15, this is 19c, and 24 plus 39, so this will be 7 and 57. 2 plus 5. So C is 57 upon 19. So I hope it is 3. Yeah, it's 3. 19 into 3. 9 3s are 27. 7 2. Yeah, it's correct. So this is the value. I hope we have the value of, okay, we have the value of C. Now we need to solve for D. So substituting in any of the equations, let me take a third. So the third equation is 5c minus d is equal to 11. C is equal to 3. So 5 into 3 minus d is equal to 11. 5 into 3 is 15 minus d is equal to 11. Taking 15 minus 11 is equal to positive d. 15 minus 11 is 4. So d is 4. Okay. So this is the solution of this question.